reviewed the MacBook Air M5, and to be honest, I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, because in my head, the MacBook Pro was always the better option. It's more expensive, it's more powerful, and it's the one Apple recommends for professionals. So I thought, why not put that to a test? For the last week, I've completely stopped using my MacBook Pro and only use the MacBook Air instead. No cheating. And if I needed the Pro, the experiment was over. So, could the MacBook Air actually replace my MacBook Pro? Let's find out. The very first thing I noticed wasn't the performance. It was how ridiculously light the Air feels. Every time I left the house, I naturally picked up this one. Whether I was heading to the coffee shop, working outside, or just moving from room to room, the Air was always the laptop I wanted to carry. And I didn't think that would matter as much as it actually did. And guys, if you enjoy videos like this, please make sure to subscribe as I'll be posting a lot more content soon. Now, this was the part I was most nervous about. On paper, the MacBook Pro is the more powerful laptop, so I expected there to be moments where I'd have to stop, open my Pro, and finish the job there instead. But that never actually happened. Every single one of my videos is edited on Final Cut Pro, so naturally, that was the first thing I tested. I imported footage, started editing, added transitions, color corrected, played everything back, and even exported the final video. Honestly, it handled it way better than I expected. Now, was it faster than the MacBook Pro? No, it wasn't. The Pro is still the more powerful machine, but here's the thing, I wasn't sitting there thinking this is too slow. I could still edit comfortably without changing the way I work. Then there was everything else. Safari with way too many tabs open, YouTube Studio, Messages, Photos, Finder, YouTube Music playing in the background, and somehow the MacBook Air just kept going. I never had to close apps, I never felt limited, and that's when I started asking myself, if I'm doing everything I normally do without reaching for the Pro, do I actually need the Pro anymore? Then there was battery. This was another thing I stopped thinking about. I'd take it with me in the morning, work from a coffee shop, come back home, edit, browse the web, reply to comments, watch a little bit of YouTube here and there, and I never found myself worrying about finding a charger. It just lasted, and honestly, that's exactly what you want from a laptop. You shouldn't have to think about the battery at all. Now, this might sound obvious, but after carrying both laptops around, I realized just how much the weight actually matters. The Air is lighter, it's thinner, and because of that, I found myself taking it everywhere. Whether I was heading out for a couple of hours, going to a cafe, or even just moving around the house, the Air was always the one I reached for. It might not sound like a huge deal, but after a week, it genuinely changed the way I used my laptop. Now, let's talk about the display. This was one area where I genuinely thought I'd missed the Pro, and honestly I did. The MacBook Pro's display is simply better. The blacks look deeper, HDR content looks incredible, and if you're editing photos and videos all day, you definitely appreciate it. But here's the thing, after about 10 minutes, I completely stopped thinking about it. The MacBook Air display is still amazing. It's bright, it's sharp, and the colors look great. And unless I had both laptops sitting next to each other, I probably wouldn't even notice the difference. So yes, the Pro definitely wins here, but for me, not by enough to make me switch back. Oh, and one thing I completely forgot about is just how similar these laptops actually feel. The keyboard feels almost identical. The trackpad is still massive, still one of the best trackpads on any other laptop. And because of that, the actual experience of using both machines just feels almost exactly the same. I never once picked up the Air and thought, this feels like a cheaper laptop. Because honestly, it doesn't. The speakers though, that's definitely another point for the Pro. They're fuller. They've got more bass. Everything just sounds a little richer. But again, it comes down to how you actually use your laptop. If I'm watching Netflix or editing without headphones, then yes, I notice it. But the majority of the time, I've got my AirPods in anyway. So while I appreciate the better speakers, they weren't something I missed every single day. Now, obviously, that's just based on how I use my laptop. If you're someone who produces music, edits a lot of audio, or regularly uses your laptop speakers, then I can definitely see the MacBook Pro making a much bigger difference. For me though, it just wasn't enough to make me switch back. Now, this one is completely personal. The MacBook Pro obviously gives you more ports, which is amazing if you're consistently plugging things in. SD card, HDMI, external devices, whatever it may be. For me though, most of the time I'm plugging in my USB-C cable and that's it. So while the extra ports are definitely nice to have, they didn't really change my workflow. But here's the thing, there's one thing I don't think enough people talk about, and that's how a laptop makes you feel. The MacBook Air is so thin, so light and so effortless to carry that I genuinely want to take it everywhere. It almost disappears in your backpack, and because of that, I find myself working in more places. Cafes, outside, even just a different room in the house. And weirdly, that actually made me more productive because I wasn't tied to one desk. Then another thing I started thinking about was the price, because let's be honest, the MacBook Pro isn't just a little bit more expensive. Depending on the configuration, you're spending hundreds more. And that's where I started asking myself, what am I actually paying for? Yes, you're getting more power, a better display, better speakers, more ports, but was I actually taking advantage of all of that? Not really. For the way I use my laptop, I wasn't. And that's probably the biggest thing this experiment taught me. Sometimes it's really easy to convince yourself that you need the best, when in reality, you just need the laptop that fits your workflow. And for me, it turned out to be MacBook Air. Now, that doesn't mean MacBook Pro is a bad buy. Far from it. If you're editing huge 8K projects every day, working in Blender, producing music, running virtual machines, compiling codes all day, or anything else that's consistently pushing your machine, the Pro is still absolutely the better laptop. In fact, if that's your job, I'd probably recommend it because the extra performance isn't just nice to have, it's something you'll actually benefit from. But I think the mistake a lot of people make is assuming that they need the Pro just because it's called the Pro. After using only the MacBook Air for the last week, I started asking myself a different question. Not which laptop is better, because that's obvious, the MacBook Pro is the better laptop. The real question became, which laptop actually makes more sense for me? And those are two completely different questions because the best laptop isn't always the one with the best specs. Sometimes it's simply the one that fits into your life better. So, can the MacBook Air actually replace the MacBook Pro? For me, honestly, yes. I genuinely didn't expect that to be my answer. I thought there would be at least one point during the week where I'd have to pull the Pro back out, but that never happened. The Air handled everything I threw at it, and more importantly, I actually enjoyed using it every single day. If you're trying to decide between these two laptops, here's what I'd say. If your laptop is your livelihood and you're consistently pushing it to its limits, buy the Pro. You won't regret it. But if you're like me, you edit videos, browse the web, answer emails, watch YouTube, do a bit of work from cafes, and just want a laptop that's easy to take everywhere, I honestly think you'd be happier with the Air. Not because it's a more powerful laptop, but because for most people, it doesn't need to be. And that's what surprised me the most. I started this experiment expecting to prove that the MacBook Pro was worth spending extra money on. Instead, I completely changed my opinion. And now, whenever I leave the house, I don't think about which laptop to take. I just grab the MacBook Air. And guys, if you enjoy videos like this, please make sure to subscribe as I'll be posting a lot more content. But thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.